Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. We got a bit of a fancy little worksheet right here. This is a crash course with a cheat code on how to graph anything in that's a linear equation. So we got some slope-intercept form action going on. We got some standard form. We got a whole bunch of practice problems here. 6 pages in total, 2 per page, except for the first because we've got our little cheat sheet right here. Hey, if you'd like to download this, or there's a lesson, there's all kinds of stuff that goes along with this. If you'd like to download any of it, you can visit my website onteachingmath.org. It's all there for you. Anyway, let's get into this, shall we? So the way this is going to work is this is designed to help students to, well, practice the things they know, to pull it all together. There's so much information, linear equations, that a new student, man, they can be overwhelmed. They have all the ideas, but they don't always know how to put it together. So that's what this is designed to do. So let's get into a few of them here. I'll show you how to do them, and then in the next video, I'll go ahead and fill out every single question. We'll work through all of them for anybody that might be struggling, all right? So here's what we got. We have this little cheat sheet right here, slopes and intercepts. This is in slope-intercept form. That's standard form, and that shows you how to find your intercepts and your slope from either one. If you can find that information, you can graph anything, okay? So first thing we've got 2x minus 6y equals 12, and we're supposed to figure out, is this slope-intercept or standard form? Well, this is standard form because it's not y equals mx plus b, it's ax plus by equals c. All right, so now let's go ahead and fill out this whole thing right here. We don't have n or m. We don't have a b. We do have an a. We have a b, capital B, right? And we have a c. Okay, so now the way we find slope, if we're in standard form, this is standard form, the way we find slope is negative a over b. So the opposite of a is 2 over b, so that's positive 1/3. There we go. Now the way we find our x-intercept from standard form, oh, there we go. Sorry, you couldn't see what I was writing. I apologize. Right, now the way we find the x-intercept from standard form is c over a. So c over a. So 12 over 2. So 12 divided by 2. The reason that is you put a 0 for y, you solve for x, right? So here we've got 6, 0. Now the way you find the y-intercept is it's this divided by that. So it's c divided by b. That's negative 2. All right, so then we just got to graph all that information, right? So there's a couple ways to do this, right? You could plot this point and then count your slope, or you could plot this point and count your slope, or you could plot both points. It really depends on the situation, like how much room is on your graph. Like for example, if you ended up with an intercept that didn't fit on here, one of your intercepts didn't fit, you could just plot the other and count the slope. So let's see, 6, 0, that's our x, it's right there. Right, so we could count our slope, up 1 over 1, 2, 3, right? Or you can go down 1 over 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, right? Just like that. And then you could do that again, and you're going to end up right here. The reason I know that, that's our y-intercept. So we've got 4 points here, plenty. All you need is 2. Got 4, connect the dots. You're done. All right, so let's see one more. Let's see one that's in slope-intercept form. All right, so here's one that's in slope-intercept form. This one, a lot easier to graph sometimes. So this is slope-intercept form, not standard form. Right? So we don't have an a like this. We don't have these coefficients right here. Well, we do have a c. Well, not really. So anyway, we don't have all those. We have m is negative 2/3, and we have b is 9. Right? So our slope is just m, and our y-intercept is 0, b. Now our x-intercept. When you're in slope-intercept form, our x-intercept is negative b over m. So it's going to be the opposite of b, the opposite of b over m. So that's going to be negative 9 over negative 2/3. Now this is a pretty ugly one right here. But I don't know if you remember how to do this. This is being divided. It's negative 9 divided by negative 2/3. And the way you divide is you multiply by the reciprocal. So it's going to be like this right here. And that's what the scratch work area right here is for. So a negative times a negative is positive. So we've got 27 over 2, comma 0, 13 and a half. Right? So I don't want to graph that. I don't really know where that is. It doesn't fit over here anyway. But I do have 0, 9 right here. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 0, 9. Now, luckily, I've got a negative slope, so I've got room to count down 1, 2 over 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do a couple of these just to make sure, like that. So there we go. Connect our points. And our x-intercept looks like it's about right. You see, our x-intercept, that's 13.5, right? 13.5. So if this is 10, 13.5 would be about right there. So I'm really confident that that is correct. So anyway, that's how you use this little cheat sheet right here, this little cheat code to figure out how to find your x and y intercepts and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, why don't you go ahead and try all of them, and then yeah, when you're done, I'll go ahead and post a video of finishing all of them up, and you can check your work and go through them step by step if you're having a little trouble.